We're the indie project, Bee and Theo, and we've been living and travelling the world in vans for the past 6 years. We're currently renovating an abandoned stone barn in Portugal to turn into a beautiful tiny home for us and our cats, Ginjey Bear and Furrnando. Follow our journey from the very beginning as we document the whole process of creating an off-grid home.
Good morning, guys. It's an absolute scorcher today. We're talking about 38 to 39 degrees. I was just enjoying a few little moments before I have to get the day started. It's going to be a really busy day today, but I'm quite excited because the main task of today is to get the van up and running, ready for our big trip back to the UK. So as a lot of you guys know, this right here is our primary residence on the land until the house is built. And this is our self-converted Sprinter van that's taken us on so many incredible adventures all over Europe. Me and Bee have some really fond memories in this van, and like I mentioned before, it's took us to some incredible destinations all over Europe, all the way up to the Arctic Circle, and I cannot wait to get back in the driver's seat. But there's one problem: I left the cab light on, which means I've completely flatted the battery, the starter battery in the van, so I can't actually get it started. So the mission for today is to get this van up and running. So I've just undone the battery tray, and this battery seems a lot more complicated than a normal battery. So the Sprinter battery's got loads of different wires coming off it. We've also got our lithium leisure batteries hooked up to it as well, so when we drive, it charges our leisure batteries. So because we live in our camper van and we travel to some really remote destinations, we've always kept on top of the maintenance in this vehicle. It's really important, especially when you live in it. So because we're going on a big trip back to the UK, I want to make sure everything is ready and up to scratch, and that's where this fixed diagnostic sensor comes in. So the great thing about this fixed sensor is it works with all gas-powered cars and trucks built after 1996 and diesels built after 2008, and all you have to do is locate where your OBD2 port is. On this Sprinter, it's really easy to find. It's just here next to the glove box, and then you just plug the reader in just like that and you're ready to go. I really wish I had this sensor when we travelled to Norway the first time, because we had to go to a garage and pay a lot of money for them to plug the van in to tell us what the problem was. Whereas with this sensor, we could have done it ourselves at the side of the road. The fixed app is really intuitive and it's packed full of features and gives you plain English readout of over 10,000 codes that your check engine light gives you. I think we can all agree that having a fixed sensor in your vehicle is a no-brainer, and they usually retail for about $60, but if you click the link in our description, you can get one for just $20, and every purchase helps our channel. So I've just jumped in the car and I'm heading to the city of Castelo Branco, where I'm hoping that I can find a new starter battery, because the other one is just completely flat. There's no reviving it. I also couldn't take the battery out, which was a little bit annoying because I wanted to bring it with me to make sure I got exactly the same size and dimensions and everything, because there's only one size that will fit in the compartment where it goes. But I needed a super long wrench to undo 2 bolts that are holding the battery down, so hopefully I can find one of them as well. So I've just picked up some lunch from Burger King, got a veggie bean burger and some chips and stuff like that. I know it's not the best food, but it's quick and it's comfort food as well. She's not been good the last couple of days, so her mom's decided to fly out here. So she actually arrives tomorrow, so that'll be really helpful. And I think her mom's going to travel back with us to the UK. So the location where I came to eat my lunch is a beautiful park, a beautiful inner city park. And it's really cool because they have loads of cafes and also a massive pool where I imagine everyone comes who lives in apartments in the city. I'm not sure how well you guys are going to be able to see this, but there's a beautiful area where you can sit under these pergolas here, and then in the background there's a massive swimming pool where people are having a lot of fun by the sounds of it, with kind of like water features. There's a bridge going over the pool. It's absolutely massive and definitely have to try that out one time. It's so nice to see such a well-maintained park with a great pool in it. Castelo Branco really is a nice city. And unfortunately, I don't have time to go and play around in a swimming pool. I've got to go find a battery. So I've just arrived at a company called Central Bat, and it was recommended to me, and I'm really hoping that they sell batteries and not just the animals that fly around at night. But I'm gonna go in there and see what I can find. So the guys in Central Bat were really helpful, and I managed to get a battery for the van, which was the main objective of today, so that's really good. It's a little bit more powerful than the old battery, but that's no bad thing at all. It's 250 euros. I really didn't want to have to spend, especially on top of the ferry cost back to the UK, which is costing us about £1,300, and then on top of that we have to spend about another £800 just on COVID tests. So it's definitely an expensive month, but it'd be well worth it for Bee's health. I'm back on the land, and it makes me smile every time driving up our driveway. It's so beautiful, especially at this time of the day. So I managed to pick up this massive extender from a wrench, so that basically I can pull these two really long bolts out that hold the battery in place. So it's pretty fiddly to get to, but I'm going to do that now, and then I can get the new battery in and test if it starts. Okay, so these were the bolts, super long, holding essentially this in place. This is a plastic cover that basically is the vent for the battery. So it's like glued into the bottom of here, and I imagine that goes to the outside of the vehicle or into an area of the vehicle where the battery can vent, and then that goes into the battery. So I need to make sure I put that back on the new one But now it's time to take the old one out, put the new one in. Okay, so it's the moment of truth. The battery is in, and now I just got to see if the van starts. Indicators on. It's a good start. Just wait for a second. Just like that. Absolutely love this van. Start on the button, amazing. Oh, what a day. I'm so happy I've got that done. Good morning guys, I'm feeling surprisingly refreshed this morning. I may not look like it, but I slept like a log last night. I went to bed at about 1 AM. I woke up at 8 this morning to try and beat the heat a little bit, and I've been working on the van ready to go to Castelo Branco. The van is looking lovely in the dappled sunlight, and it's time to shut up the back doors so we can start to make a move. But how nice does the van look from this angle? So I am now on my way to Castelo Branco. For you guys who don't know, that's the closest city to where we live, and it's about an hour's drive away, so it's not very close. And we have to come here quite often, especially in the last couple of days, but it has everything that we need there. So hopefully I can tick off all the things I need to tick off and get this vehicle ready to go back to the UK. I just arrived at the car wash and it's too hot to really do anything in the midday sun today. I always seem to come here at lunchtime, but it's good because it means that I can get a nice lunch. I'm not going to go crazy, I'm going to give it a wash, but there's no need to go wild. It actually doesn't really need much, so I'm going to spray it down, give it a little wax, and then it's ready to hit the road again. The machine looks dead and there's a little note on it and I don't know what it says, so I'm going to use Google Translate. I don't know if you can see that. It says just accept coins of 50 cents. So that's alright, as long as it takes them, should be good to go. That's not good. No, how do I get my money back? Oh no. Okay, so I've just been robbed for my 50 cents. It won't give me it back. The machine definitely doesn't work. I did think it didn't work, but usually when you put the coins in, then it lights up and works. But I thought because that note's on there and it says just use 50s, I thought it would work, and it didn't. 50p down, or 50 cents down. So now I need to try and go and find another, I can't even think straight, to be honest, another car wash. I don't know where there is one, but I'm going to drive about, consult Google, and hopefully I'll find one soon. Okay, so I've found another car wash. Let's see if this one works. It looks positive. Well, there's a light on there, so that's a good thing. I'm gonna give it a try. Some days are just here to test us, some weeks are here to test us, and some months are here to test us. Definitely feels like one of those times. I've ran out of coins, even though I had a big stack. It's a massive van and it's taken a lot longer than I thought it would. So now I've got to go and find a shop. I'm sorry to complain. I am. I want this to be a positive video, and it is a positive video. I'm getting stuff done. It's very hot, and I'm going to go to a supermarket and see if I can change some coins or buy something so I get some coins back, and then I can finish on washing the van. Okay, I got some positives to share with you. The place where I went was a garage, so it had air, so I managed to do the tyres, so I've knocked that off the list. And to get my change, I brought 2 bottles of ice cold water that were in the fridge. I cannot wait to drink this. I'm going to down one of these and then finish the washing of the van. I've finished the van. It looks so nice. I'm so happy with it. It's amazing what a wash can do for a dirty van, isn't it? And look how much the logo sticks out now. We're really not going unnoticed there. But yeah, look at that. Sparkling clean. Love it. So the last thing on the agenda is to go and fill this beast up with fuel so it's ready to get all the way to Santander, which is where we're getting the ferry, and then I can get some food, because by the time I fill this up with fuel, I was going to say food, I need to fill myself up with food. So I need to go and get some lunch, because yeah, it's way past lunchtime now, but I'm looking forward to getting back to the land and seeing Bee again. I've arrived back on the land. It's so warm today. It's actually so warm. There's only one thing I can do right now. I've been thinking about it the whole way back from Castello, and that one thing is to get straight in the pool. Oh, it's so refreshing. It's actually quite warm. This thing here is a thermometer that we got. Little frog floats on the surface. Let's see what it says. That's ridiculous. 27 degrees, or maybe higher. It's near 30. That is warm. I'm fully submerged, fully committed in the water, and it's so refreshing. And also some cloud covers just come over, which made a pretty big difference not to have direct sun on you. So hopefully, maybe it'll be a slightly cooler night, but I doubt it. It's saying that it's going to be 24 degrees tonight. And it's really quite difficult to sleep in a van at that temperature. Just look at that panoramic view though. The clouds actually make it look really nice. So as much as I'd like to hang around in the pool for a good amount of time, in about 30 minutes, me and Bee are actually going to jump in the car and drive about 3 hours to Lisbon Airport, where we're gonna pick up Bee's mum. Bee's not been good at all the last couple of days. She's been really down. It's been really tricky for both of us, and Bee's mum last night just decided, you know what, she's gonna jump on a plane, she's gonna come out here today and help us out and see Bee, and I think it's gonna make the world of difference. I can't wait for her to see her mum. And also Bee's mum's going to travel back with us to the UK, so she'll have some company on the drive home, because we're going to drive the camper van and the car as well, so that would be really nice for her. So I hope you've enjoyed this video of my life over the last couple of days, and I really appreciate all the lovely comments. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.